Lord, my lord, it's sweating time. Game week 26 of Fantasy Premier League. Reason Boss has Diddly Winks team, currently 1.6 million, but the points are tight at the top of the table. I've got around 1,416 points, but as we enter game week 26, this has been one of the toughest decisions to make. Live from London, England, what team do you have? Like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss on Richpo Sports. Like, share, and subscribe. Free and easy. My lord, I've been looking at some of these fantasy league channels. Holly Shand, big up yourself. Let's talk FPL and FPL Raptor, big up yourself. FPL Dylan, big up yourself. Reason Boss will now reveal his final decision with what? My lord, a couple of minutes left before deadline. Will I make another change? We'll see. In goal, I've got Pickford, Everton. Backline, Gabriel, Arsenal. Kilman, Wolves. A tasty fixture against bottom of the table Sheffield United. I've got Mikalenko of Everton. It's a double backline combo as Everton go away to Brighton. And Saliba, you know the Reason Boss is an Arsenal fan. I've got double Arsenal defence. Tonight, 8 o'clock p.m, Arsenal take on Newcastle United. I'm looking for a solid return, a clean sheet, and enter the dragon, the likes of Martin Odegaard. Talking of which, in midfield, I've got Martin Odegaard, Arsenal captain. Fantastic. Just ahead of Saka. I would love to have Saka in my team. But I've got Odegaard, a penalty taker, a set-piece creative genius, and my lord, he can pull the trigger and strike for gold. Look out, Newcastle. We on you. Like, share, and subscribe. Reason Boss, Richpo Sports, and his Diddly Winks Fantasy Premier League team. In midfield, Douglas Luiz. You know that I like my Salazar Brazilian selections. And I've got Douglas Luiz holding his place. My lord. Ooh, sweaty palms time. I've got Foden, Man City. De Bruyne, I hear he's on the bench. I'm going to hold him in my team. Will he be starting in my team or will he be benched? I think I'll bench him. And Odegaard has to start. Douglas Luiz, I believe they've got who? Nottingham Forest. We're going to take care of business. Get him a flap, like, share, and subscribe. And in attack, I've been sweating on this. I've been sweating views and subscribers. Solanke, Bournemouth, retains his place in the Diddly Winks team. Haaland starts, I hear. My lord, as long as he's starting, I'm an Arsenal fan, but away to Bournemouth, let me tell you something, they like to play open football. You want to play open football? Come play open football. Haaland and company going to give you a warm time, but the Arsenal team are on point. They're in it to win it. Let's take care of Newcastle and let's go on and strike for gold. And let's see if we can win this Premier League title. If we don't, we're going down trying. But as far as the Reason Boss is concerned, it's a three-man Arsenal selection each and every week in Fantasy Football League. Awagwanyasa. Who have we got here? JJ? Hi, what? What team do you have? I think I've got... What? My lord, maybe a minute or two left. Who knows how the cards will fall at the moment? My FPL team. I raise a glass to the Arsenal fans in the house. I like to bring a little Arsenal flavour to my Fantasy Premier League team. I know Man City are the big boys, heavy hitters, and you don't go wrong when you choose Haaland, a Foden, a De Bruyne, a Rodri, a Ake. Probably the most problems come when it comes to rotation. Pep Guardiola, always rotating, always thinking on the ball. There's a reason why he's one of the greatest, most successful Premier League managers of all time. Let me see what you have here, sir. Do you have Fortnite? JJ, I don't have Fortnite at the moment. I've got strictly Fantasy Premier League on my mind, JJ, but thank you very much for entering. I hope you've subscribed to Richpo Sports. Like, share, and subscribe whether watching live or in the rerun. I will be throwing down my Fantasy League updates as and when. Let me go through my team one more time for the record so you don't miss a beat. Reason Boss ain't missing or skipping a beat. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. In defence for Diddly Winks' team, I've got Pickford. Jordan Pickford, England goalkeeper. He's going to start in the sticks. My reserve, by the way, it's very thin on the ground. I've got De Bruyne on the bench. I've got Alisson out injured. Oh, God. Doughty not playing, blanking for Luton. And Richarlison, the Brazilian who plays for Spurs, Arsenal's arch rivals. He's on the bench for this week. Here's my final team. Let me see what I go on. Hey, Zarifa, hello. How are you doing? Like, share, and subscribe. Are you a football fan? Are you a Fantasy Premier League fan? Do you have a Premier League team that you support or follow? Or are you a general footballing fan or just a YouTube fan passing through? Like, share, and subscribe. A warm welcome to you, and you, each and every time. The reason boss, Richpo Sports in the building with his Deadly Winks. I say Deadly Winks team. I'm going to give you one for the record. It's been a sweaty palm situation. Oh, God. I've had to take a little sip in order to shoot from the lip and the hip. Well, go on, yes, sir. Just a YouTube fan. Listen, YouTube is something that I watch more than regulation terrestrial TV. And with a minute or so to go, what time is it? Is it 1:30 yet? That's the deadline, you know. That's the deadline for Fantasy Premier League, when we select a fantasy, and all it is just a fantasy team, a fantasy squad. Premier League, arguably the finest league in the world. And my lord, when you play Fantasy Premier League, you get further insights into the world of football. I am, without question or hesitation, did I stutter? I didn't stutter! An Arsenal fan, but for the purposes of this game, I give respect to the selections out there, the teams out there, which makes the Premier League arguably the toughest league, certainly the most entertaining, in the Reason Boss's view, in the world. In goal, one for the road. In goal, I've got Pickford, Jordan Pickford, England's finest number one, and representing Everton. They will be taking on Brighton away from home today. We've got Gabriel, Jesus and Saliba, double Arsenal defence. They'll be playing later at 8 o'clock against Newcastle United, Eddie Howe's team, featuring fellow Brazilian Bruno Guimarães. My lord, a handy team, a challenging team. But Arsenal, after drawing a blank against Porto in the Champions League last 16 tie, will be chomping at the bit to strike for those goals. First half, second half, by any means necessary. We're looking for 3 points. Newcastle, be on your P's and Q's. We're not going to leave an IOU. Mikalenko of Everton is in Tiddlywinks' Fantasy Premier League team. And I've got Max Kilman. A lot of people have been going for the likes of Sarabia and Neto and Juan, my lord, South Korean mix, who are going to be taking on Sunday around 1 o'clock. Or 1:30, they're going to be taking on Sheffield United. There's going to be a bag of goals, apparently. But Sheffield United, they won't be just making up the numbers. And on that basis, I have kept my powder dry, relatively speaking, as far as Wolves is concerned. I have plumbed and gone for Douglas Luiz. Phil Foden, England and Man City. De Bruyne in midfield is going to start on the bench. I've got Martin Odegaard in that midfield. My lord. And I've got a 3 of Solanke, Haaland, and here's the bolt from the blue. I was sweating. I may be sweating after the final whistle blows, but Manchester United have an entertained Fulham FC and Muniz, 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 a young Brazilian. He's starting, I hope, as the likes of Raul Jimenez and Broja have not been in the best of health. Broja may be fit and available, but Muniz has been in fine goal-scoring form, and having watched him on Zafaria YouTube, I think that guy is a pretty decent poacher. Dorival Jr., the new Seleção Brazilian manager. Take note, I heard he was at the training ground running the rule over the likes of Andres Pereira and Muniz, Brazilians representing Fulham FC. Well, Muniz has replaced Adebayo of Luton, out injured with a hamstring injury. It's Solanke, Muniz, Brazil's Fulham representative, and the one and only Erling Haaland, that goal-scoring machine. My lord. I'm also looking, hopefully, for the likes of Pereira and Willian, if past fit for Fulham, to provide some of the ammunition some Muniz can pull the trigger on the likes of Maguire, Johnny Evans. Is he still around? Good God. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss on Fantasy Football League. Let me give you the rundown of the fixtures today. Week 26 of Fantasy Premier League. Let me give you the fixtures, the runners and riders. 8 games this weekend. They are as follows. Man, whoo, we've got Crystal Palace. New manager in place. Glasner, wish you all the best. I ain't got no runners and riders in that particular race. It's Crystal Palace versus Burnley. It's Villa versus Nottingham Forest. It's Brighton versus Everton. Manchester United versus Fulham. Bournemouth take on current Premier League champions Manchester City. Arsenal, 8 o'clock kickoff at the Emirates against Newcastle. And then on Sunday, we've got Wolves versus bottom club Sheffield United. They'll be queuing up trying to score goals. Max Gilman coming there with a little header. I know Netta's a master creator. Sarabia, creative maestro. And of course, you've got that South Korean mix waiting to nod in, a midfielder turned striker. They're looking goal hungry, but their home record has not been the greatest. They've been more of a counter-attacking team as far as the Reason Boss is concerned. So I'm saying half a dozen of one, half of one, and half a dozen of the other. Max Gilman, he could play a pseudo striker, a set piece, nods it in as Sheffield United desperately tried to stave off those hungry Wolves. But Lord of mercy, I'm hoping and praying that Mr. Gilman, a man who grew up playing futsal football, will get a few points for Diddley Winks, who currently in a mini Jamaican league of around 23, 24, 25 teams. I currently lie in 4th place. I've been in 3rd place for a long while, dropped to as low as 6 and rose back up to 4th. It's tightly contested and I'm hoping to hopefully earn a Champions League top 4 place in that Jamaica Cup League. Like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss, Diddley Winks. Reason Boss, Poet Boss, a sporting doyen. Let me see what I'm going, yes, sir. Huh? You're not skipping these. Keep it locked. Keep it locked, JJ. And what you say? No disrespect, right? You look like from John Coffey from the Green Mile. TK Thedon. That's a compliment. No disrespect at all. I think he's got a lower cut than myself. But The Green Mile, one of the finest movies of modern times. The Green Mile. Full respect for the compliment, sir. Like, share, and subscribe. I believe Tom Hanks was the sergeant or the officer, prison officer in that film. Is that the right? That's the one? Yeah? Respect. Search it up. Yeah, man. The Green Mile. That's the one, isn't it? Yes, the guy who had mystical almost powers. Could eat sin. My Lord, what a crazy film. You remember him? And I think he saved the life of Tom Hanks' character. The Green Mile. A great film. Tom J, hi. How you doing? I hope you're well. I hope Diddley Winks, my Fantasy Premier League team, is well. My Lord, it's been an exciting, pulse-beating, high-octane Week 26, Game 26 in Fantasy Premier League. Whew, deep breath. I went and took a -8 hit. Yes, a -8 hit. You're always entitled to 1 free transfer in Fantasy Premier League. And if you make 1 transfer, it's -4. If you make 2 transfers, -8. I was iffing and butting. I only had about 9 eligible players for this week. I thought, let me lock it down and secure, or give myself a chance of securing 11 for this game week 26. Week 27 and 28, I'm going for a free hit in 29. That free hit means that I can choose and pick an entirely new team for 1 week only. That's my tactic. And then I'm going to revert to my existing team going into week 30 and coming out of week 28. And I'm pretty happy with how the land lies. I don't have Ollie Watkins. I had him early doors. He was flying and going great guns. And then took a dip in form, around 1 goal in 8 games or 7 games. And then he started to find the back of the net. But in the Premier League, I like to think that you can use a little creative license, have a bit of fun. And as I said, you get to learn about other teams, other players. One of the main takeaways I've realized as the Reason Boss is that when push comes to shove, quality will out. Quality, I say, will out. The likes of Arsenal, the like of Man City, Liverpool, who are blanking this week, meaning they don't have a game in week 26. Of course, they're playing the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea on Sunday, kickoff 3 o'clock. These teams, with the quality that they have, managers, defense, midfielder, cogs, and of course the attacking thrust, final third, that's where the cutting edge lies. That's where the class comes to the top. The cream comes to the top. And Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. I didn't say man, you know, I would have been stuttering then. Sorry, cuz, one love. Let me tell you something. Odegaard, let me round up. Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, my non-playing representative. If I had a choice, I'd have every Arsenal player in my fantasy league team. That's how much I rate Arsenal. They can deliver the big one, the Premier League title. Right now, one step at a time. 8 p.m. kickoff, Newcastle take on Arsenal. In the meantime, wherever you are and however you are, I say peace, joy, one love, like, share and subscribe. The Reason Boss saying, my lord, not even a football fan. YouTube is pushing you, I think. Let me tell you something. YouTube know what clock a strike. They're pushing the Reason Boss and Richpo Sports out there. Why? Because I come correct. Like, share and subscribe. It's entertainment with reasoning. A nice mix to all you fantasy Premier League players, armchair managers. I hope again you realize those managers out there earning their crust have a hard and difficult job, but we salute those players who provide the entertainment and provide for their families, friends and loved ones entertainment of the highest octane order. Let us see where the cards lie. I'm going to say, well, go on, take it down low. Like, share, subscribe while we're watching live, whether watching live or in the rerun. Have yourself a fine Saturday weekend, one and all. Diddlywinks' team is locked in. Let's see how many points arise. Like, share, and subscribe. The Reason Boss on Richpo Sports. One for the road. My team. Keep a lookout for it. See how they get on. In goal, Pickford. Back four. It's a back four. Starting, Gabriel, Saliba, Arsenal, Mikalenko, and Max Kilman of Wolves. Mikalenko, Everton. My lord. In midfield, I've got Mr. Martin Odegaard, Douglas Luiz, and Phil Foden of Manchester City. Pretty decent. Up front, Haaland, that man they call the machine. He's my captain. Oh, yes. Captain, my captain. That's Martin Odegaard for Fantasy Football League. Odegaard, I just saw me I do it. Solanke, Bournemouth. Ooh. Up against Man City. Ooh. Will he score? Go on, knock one in. Hurt the Man City defense. But I hope that 3 points are picked up by Man City. You think that's an Arsenal fright, Neville? No, sir. No, sir, we're not afraid. And if you want to pick up a draw, that would be the ideal result. You know what? Let's go for it. Bournemouth 2. Haaland 2. You want to be 3-3? Let's go for a 3-3. A thriller. Not if quite in Manila, but a thriller down at the Bournemouth ground. Go on, Man City 3. Go on, knock some in. Bournemouth 3. How'd you like that? Lovely. On the bench, Kevin De Bruyne, my only player who can come on if anyone drops up. Mikalenko was carrying a minor knock. Sean Dyche of Everton said he should be good to go, but you can't trust all of these something, yeah? You can't trust everybody, you know. I'm not even going to get onto the political situation, the political landscape. That's for another time. Reason Boss says like, share, and subscribe. Reason Boss of Richpo Sports, like, live or in the rerun. Fantasy Premier League week 26. Have mercy, I'm gone. Thanks very much for locking in.